future if this continues to go undiscussed. That's what you and I are doing in the world. What we're trying to help people do is take a more mental, conscious calculus of the real costs of the decisions they're currently making. What you and I know is that crucial conversations aren't just a pit. They aren't just a problem to get over. They actually have the potential of becoming one of the accelerants of intimacy. Crucial conversations, well held, accelerate the building of trust between individuals. They not only don't damage it, they actually create a sense of connection with people that can't come most any other way. And yet, here's how we continue to look at them. The contribution you and I are trying to make to the world is to help them understand that it's the pathway to the super awesome goal, not just something that keeps us from it. So the first big idea that we came across was this: the vital behavior that enables most any organizational outcome is just candor. It's just showing up in those moments. And you've seen the research across so many different domains. You and I are saving lives. We're saving relationships. We're reconnecting families. We're building teams and organizations just by getting to look at that one moment a little bit differently. This has mattered to Vital Smarts as well. I remember the moment that I believed we could make it as a company. It's because after the Crucial Conversations book came out, there was a moment at which Yan Wang, our CFO, who comes from a tradition and background that does not encourage candor with people in positions of authority, it took immense effort for her to approach Al Switzler and say to him, you know, Al, you've been taking books along on all of the book tour things and selling them at the back of the room to try to help promote things, and that's really well and good. But when you come back with a whole bunch of written credit card numbers and checks, it takes more time for us to process those than it's worth for the money. Perhaps you ought to just give the books away. After she finished that feedback to Al, it looked like she wanted to throw up. That was challenging. It was terrifying for her, and none of us could have been prouder of her. She set a tone for Vital Smarts. She helped us turn the corner and start becoming that kind of organization. We don't always show up perfectly, but we try hard because we know these moments are our lifeblood as well. So what you and I are trying to fix is that dynamic. Now, the last piece I want to do is just tie together a couple of those other threads. So it's December 28th, 2009. And I rolled down the window and I said, Patrick, would you just get in the car? After a couple minutes, he looked defeated, but he got in the car. We drove back to our house, and I walked him down to the basement, and I sat him in front of a television screen. I put a videotape in, and I prepared to push play, but I said, Patrick, before I show you this, I said, I need to ask you a question. He was looking at the ground, just absolutely mortified in this moment. I said, Patrick, would you look me in the eye for just a moment, because I need to know that you hear me. So he finally, with great effort, locked on my eyes. And I said, Patrick, do you know that I love you? His eyes welled up with tears instantly. He said, yes, I do. I said, Patrick, do you know that I would never do anything if I didn't think it was in your best interests? His shoulders started to heave and convulse. And he said, yes, I do. I said, good. Then I need you to look at something. And I just played the security footage, at which point he started heaving and convulsing openly, sobbing. He said, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I said, Patrick, I understand. But I need you to understand that I don't think I would be your friend if I didn't let you be held accountable for what you did to me and what you did to my family. I've turned this over to the police, and I know they'd like to talk with you. But that's your choice. It's up to you whether you make contact with them or not. What penetrated my soul was that his response, rather than defensiveness and rather than attack, was to say, I know I need to go to jail, but will you be there for me when I get out? And through my own tears, I said, Patrick, I will always be here for you. What we